Hello and welcome to DROIX. This is the first of hopefully many episodes in a new series we are calling Retro Present. We are taking a look at retro console, handheld or computer and then explore modern ways of playing them. As some may know, I am a massive retro gaming fan and over the years I have been collecting many systems and its games. It is quite a large collection, so if there are any systems you would like to see in future episodes, please leave a comment. I have just about everything from a 1974 Magnavox Odyssey up to the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 era. Today we are covering the Neo Geo Pocket handheld made by SNK. The Neo Geo Pocket launched in 1998 and had a monochrome display similar to that on the Game Boy. Just 1 year later, the Neo Geo Pocket Color model was released and this is what we are showing today. I won't bore you with going over the tech specs, you can read them on screen. For its time, the Pocket Color specs were decent, with hardware advantages and disadvantages when compared to Nintendo's handhelds. It was released in the period between the Game Boy Color and Advance. By then, Nintendo had the lion's share of the handheld gaming market, with Neo Geo Pocket having around 2% market share. The handheld itself is quite compact, with an excellent 8-direction micro switch digital stick. It is very satisfying to hear it click whilst playing. It's powered by two AA batteries which last up to 40 hours. There's also a CR2032 battery for retaining the time and data. Only 10 games were released for the Pocket Mono and 82 games for the Color. Many of the games were interchangeable, so you could play the colour games on the Mono and vice versa. SNK produced many of the games, with popular titles from their Neo Geo arcade system, including Fatal Fury, King of Fighters and Metal Slug. You can also find releases from companies including Capcom, Taito and SEGA, with titles including SNK vs Capcom and excellent ports of Pac-Man and Sonic the Hedgehog to name but a few. SNK and Sega's relationship also extended to the Dreamcast console, with a data cable that connected the two systems together to unlock special items and games. There was also a system link cable to play two-player games. So far so good. The Neo Geo Pocket looks to be a great handheld with some great games, but what's the catch? Let me switch off the lights and show you. Like the Game Boy series, the display has no backlight, making it near impossible to see anything on screen without a light source. Whilst it is not as bad as the WonderSwan, it's not as good as the Game Boy either. So in all cases you will need to be under a light or play outside. There are however mods out there to replace the display with a backlit one for reasonable prices. And talking of prices, how much will one set you back now? In the UK, for a Pocket Color you're looking at around £80 to £100 and even higher depending on the model and condition. And for games they could be anything from £20 up to hundreds depending on the rarity and condition. As with anything Neo Geo, it's expensive to collect for. Fast forward 24 years and much has changed. I am pairing its present to the amazing looking Anbernic RG351MP Ocean Blue model. It's a little larger than the Pocket and weighs 270 grams versus 215. The extra weight is likely coming from the high quality aluminium shell, which is available in three colours: Ocean Blue shown here, Mint Green and Matte Black. If you have not already, check out our full review of the RG351MP. We cover everything from the unboxing and overview of the software. Then we try many of the emulated systems ranging from Atari to PlayStation Portable. In this video we are concentrating on the Neo Geo Pocket only. So the first thing you will likely notice is that the screen is larger and also backlit. We've come a long way in 24 years. You will notice that by default the game ratio is stretched horizontally to fit the entire display. You can change this in the settings to match the original aspect ratio if you want the authentic experience. Games compatibility is excellent and you will have no issues with the original Mono and Color games catalogue, as well as all of the homebrew titles. You also have the benefit of being able to save and load states at any time to resume at a later date. It's a great feature and means no more having to replace those CR2032 batteries. While the Dreamcast data cable is not supported, you can emulate the system link for 2-player games with a friend over the internet. You set it up in the menu, and provided you have the same ROM file, you should be up and running in just a few moments. The RG351MP is perfect for Neo Geo Pocket gaming. Because of the Game Boy's popularity, the Neo Geo Pocket is often forgotten about, but there's a great selection of games, of which we have shown just a few. And while the battery will not last for up to 40 hours like the original handheld, what does nowadays? You will get several hours due to the lower demand on the processor compared to running the PSP emulator, for example. You can learn more about the RG51MP and buy yours today from DROIX.net. And don't forget to use the discount code shown on screen when checking out for 5% off. That wraps up our first episode of Retro Present. We hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and feel free to suggest a retro system to cover in a future episode. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you back in our next video.